Real Madrid's Portugal striker Cristiano Ronaldo insists his rivalry with Lionel Messi is far from over. This comes after beating the Barcelona star to the 2017 FIFA Best Men's Player Award on Monday. Both players have been the only players in the conversation for every major individual award since Kaká beat them to the Ballon d'Or back in 2007. Despite being in their 30s, the Real Madrid forward claims that his battle with Messi is not finished.
Well, to win for the second time straight it's amazing. It's a new award, so I'm really glad, to win again this amazing awards. I'm so pleased. I have opportunity to say thank you to my teammates. Without them, this could be possible. But of course, in terms of individuals, I'm so proud and so happy.
Fifth time, how many are you going to have in total?
I hope 7 is my lucky number. So, but I prefer to enjoy the moment. The moment it's perfect. So let's see the future.
And talking about the future, one man is going to help us look into the crystal balls. He is Olamide Osilade of footitool.com.ng, reaching us from Kyiv in Ukraine. Glad to have you join us, Emmanuel.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.
Honestly, at his age, can Cristiano Ronaldo realistically win 2 more of these awards? He says he's going to 7 and he's 32.
I really doubt that, because right now at 32, as an athlete, you'll be getting weak. Your bones will be telling you that this is time for you to retire, and I'm sure he is not going to get any more. I mean, this is going to be his last, because even right now, he's the kind of player that perhaps claims to be the best, and he's actually not at his best.
That's interesting. A very, very different view from mainstream view there coming from you. But then, apart from Cristiano Ronaldo winning the award, then who do you think will then step in after Ronaldo? Of course, Messi is 2 years younger, but who do you think is likely to be able to step in to take over from him if he does not win anymore?
Well, the next player in line obviously has to be Neymar. He has taken that big step, to go to PSG and take that leadership role as a 25-year-old, and he's playing good football, and for sure he's the next, the next person in line to lead the world football.
Okay, one surprising award of the night was Olivier Giroud's scorpion kick goal, emerging as the best in the whole world. How come Giroud's goal was good to win the world's best, but not enough to win the goal of the season in the English Premier League, because he didn't even feature?
Anyway, Giroud is not this kind of player that performs to everyone's expectation normally, and he comes out and scores some really, really majestic goals, and then you have to applaud him. But him winning the postcards, he was worth it, because not so many players in the world has done that scorpion kick. I think Mkhitaryan and one other player are the only players that have gotten that scorpion kick. And Giroud right now, he has also scored another wonderful goal, which I'm sure is going to be nominated for another postcards. And you can't say that he's not a good player for that. Him not winning the goal of the season in the English Premier League, I'm sure it's maybe by vote or something, and he was cut short of that.
Now let's move away from the awards to the Carabao Cup. No surprise on the night, but there were pretty difficult ties for the big teams. But then Kelechi Iheanacho finally got going with a star performance. How do you buy a player for £25 million and not use him? Who would have thought also that Manchester City will need a penalty to remain in the contest? But first, let's talk about Kelechi Iheanacho. He finally got scoring and gave an assist. That's a man of the match performance, don't you think?
I'm really happy for Kelechi Iheanacho right now, because he has found it really difficult to to start well at Leicester City. I'm sure it's because he got to a club where he's Demi Vardy and Shinji Okazaki performs better than him, and he should be given more playing time, because if he's given, I'm sure under this since they've sacked Shakespeare right now, under his new manager, he'll be given more playing time, and we'll see more of him, because he's the sort of player that can do magical things. You know, I mean, he's a world-class player. I mean, if he gets to improve more and play with better players and have more playing time, I'm sure he will score more goals for us. And him scoring his first goal in the League Cup, I mean, it's really awesome. And that was a super goal for him to score from outside the box. And it was a marvelous goal.
Manchester City needed, well, a lot of extra time and penalties against Wolves. What happened to the all-scoring, free-scoring, majestic Pep Guardiola side against a championship team like Wolves? What happened on the night?
Well, that Wolves were in for them yesterday. I mean, it was a really, really tough match for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola's side. You know, he didn't get it all mapped out. You know, they prepared really for them very well. They held them on the counters. They held them on the wings. I mean, their keepers, they were all in. They wanted to just die. You know, they were ready to kill themselves on the pitch, to not let go of that opportunity. But unfortunately, you know, penalty, the game of luck, you know, it caught them short, and then they lost. I didn't want them to really lose that game, because they actually impressed me a lot.
Now, the other Manchester team, the red side, a lot of people would say that Jesse Lingard is not of that Manchester United quality. But critically, at critical moments, he pops up, he delivers the goods, but he doesn't get enough playing time so far. 2 goals in that game. Would you agree that he's not of Manchester United quality, Jesse Lingard?
Well, Jesse Lingard is a really marvelous player, and for tactical reasons, I mean, when he's put in, I mean, he's not that kind of everyday performing player, but I think whenever he comes up, he tries to put in his best for the team. And I'm sure the manager understands why he's not starting. Obviously, there are better technical players in Manchester United that can do better jobs, you know, on better days against better teams. And Jesse Lingard comes up, you know, when the team needs him the most. Like yesterday, a brace, a right foot finish, and a super diving header. You know, he scored, and he pushed the team to the next round of the Carabao Cup. So it's awesome always seeing him play.
Arsenal seems to be going out yesterday, just 5 minutes left to play, and then a certain unknown quantity, Edward Nketiah, shows up 5 minutes to the end of the game, and Arsenal are back in it. Well, I'm a bit confused now, because in the 9 minute, it seemed Arsenal was out of it. What is it about this young star, this super sub?
Man, this superstar, this super sub star, and is a Chelsea reject. I mean, when I heard that he was rejected by Chelsea, and then he came up in less than 18 seconds, he made his mark on the game and rescued Arsenal from dying. You know, they were about to be cut off out of the cup, but this young lad came up with a vibrant spirit, and I'm sure make that show, and he scored the brace, and it was awesome seeing a young star, a young lad doing, you know, that. You know, he came out with so much energy and got his dream day.
Has he got a future in Arsenal, in this Arsenal squad?
Well, you can't say per se one day. You can't judge with one match. He must go through, you know, the relevant phases of the game for him to come. He's just 18, and let's say they have to be giving him more chances, especially in the League Cup, so that we keep seeing his performance, and then we can see if he has a future or not.
Well, Arsenal fans will be happy at least their blushes were saved. Thank you so much, Olamide Osilade, all the way from Kyiv in Ukraine, with all the analysis of the awards and, of course, the Carabao Cup. That's